Good, how are you?
Hello, okay.
How are you?
Do you have a revised drawing,
Yes.
or is it remaining?
Is there a new one or no?
Yes, with the spacing.
Yeah, I didn't know if you submitted it
Okay.
earlier, but this is what
No, that isn't submitted.
we had. Okay. Thank you.
Well, you can give it to them, but
Okay.
then I'll get it.
Did you ever share Ann's work, by the way?
These are the samples.
Really, she's
And
good.
I actually saw it in their handout there, so.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
But that's for the other place.
No, I know. Okay, so let me refresh my memory.
Here's
where
the
were
last
we and where were we?
revised one that we had.
Yeah, the kerning, I guess you were talking about the kerning in the letter, and then you need some color samples.
Oh, right. And are they allowed to do all three? Was there some discussion that they couldn't do three, or can they do all three?
The one to the left of the door, we
Yeah,
had
this
them
one.
take down the website and leave the business hours.
Oh, right, okay. Alright, so this is one of the, up King Street, I guess, one of the houses where they, first sign here, and a sign on the street. And a sign up there. And what material is this again?
It's called Sintra. It's pretty much what all the signs are made of. It kind of replaces the wood. It's weather resistant. All carved signs and everything are made of that material.
So is this get engraved?
Yeah, it gets
Sign
carved
get
into. It
engraved?
gets painted with the paint, and then it gets V-groove carved, and then it gets painted into that too.
And it holds the paint?
Excuse me?
It holds the paint well?
Yeah. It's basically I don't know if you're familiar with AZAC. It's basically the same thing for the sign industry. So it's pretty much the same exact way.
So this is the same as the other sign comes that is going to go in, yes?
This is,
This area,
that was the old one, this is the new one.
but the
Is there any
place-
reason you're, I guess probably space, but, you know, the word consultation is different font than,
Yeah, there's no room, and to do it in a type style like that with the C so big, you wouldn't be able to even see it.
And this one is where is that one?
That's
On the-
set
On
back.
the side, on
If
the,
you look on the building, it's kind of behind the
it's
dumpster.
behind, this would be here, yes, behind the
Yeah,
dumpster?
it's a small sign.
Okay, and there is something now or just?
Yeah, there's something that's there that we're replacing.
I think we talked, it was neck,
Yeah,
the
there'll
wood
be a
was cut into.
Yeah, the wood was cut in. There's like
The
a hole
siding,
there.
there's like a hole from an old sign, so if they don't put it there, you're
I
gonna
see.
blemish up, put a patch, yeah.
Okay.
I'm okay.
Good.
Okay.
All right,
Good.
great. Thank you very much. Do you need the samples or?
No, we don't need to
Okay.
keep them, but thank you for
All right.
bringing them.
Have a good night. Thank you.
So much. Everyone, alright, bye, good luck.
So there's no doing this now, it's up to us, we don't have to do it. But if we care and we wanna have the opportunity to
You wanna get
challenge
Yvonne?
some of the signs, we need to change
So-
the code,
Yeah, no,
because I'm
I-
telling you that if the law's on one side and our aesthetic judgment's on the other side, we'll
Have
lose
your-
every time.
Right, right. Well, yes, because something written and communicated to the residents is something tangible for them to then follow. I mean, it's much, and so it makes sense, of course.
Well, it's
But
just the
there's,
law.
there's also,
So I'm just gonna leave this face down in case they don't
well,
bring it up, but this is what they had emailed me prior to Ann's design.
so,
Think code.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good,
Hi,
how
how
are
are
you?
you? You wanna hold that? Let me finish this.
She had a change, if it's okay.
Did you like that? Or she did a
So
fabulous
she,
job. She's
the
very
only,
talented.
she just made
Very good.
two minor things to yours, which was go with a capital I and a capital D. And then she really wanted skincare instead
What
of
did you
skin.
have before? Oh, instead of skincare?
Yeah, so,
When I opened the file, I said yes.
I looked at it, I said,
I-
she's a very talented designer.
I love the gold line and
Ann did that, she.
Yeah.
It looks really great.
Yeah, it's very
She sent it
nice.
to me, I was like.
And you did like
Right.
the
And
the
it's-
small
I mean,
letters.
it's so
Yeah.
sophisticated, it reads well.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
contemporary. It's really nice. What
Okay.
do you think of the capital I and D instead of?
I'm fine with it, is that what she
I
has
would
Mo?
prefer the way it was here, but you know, it's a minor thing, if that's, if you, but I would prefer it this way, without.
You see, this is not my business, so
Oh, okay.
I sometimes I just would like to know why the small I and D, just for curiosity.
Just graphically, it's just
More elegant
nicer,
graphically.
yes.
But I can see if someone wants it, is that
Yeah,
someone's
it's
name,
not-
I assume?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my
Somebody
name.
wants to
Yeah.
get, that's your name.
So that's your preference, you
Yes.
know, it's
Okay.
not,
If I would
I
like
mean,
to
it
have
just-
the I and D capital
Yeah,
because
I
it's
do
the
think
name.
there's a nice sophistication to that, but I
Yes.
wouldn't object to that
Yeah.
personally.
Okay. Thank you.
Agreed,
no,
yeah.
it's nice, yeah.
I think it's wonderful that you're following, you know, that you like that, I think that's
I
great.
loved it. I
So
said
how do
that's-
how do we translate it now into these shapes and stuff? Oh, you did it, great.
They're all,
This is the same building as the other place?
Yeah,
Yes, it's the same place, that's what I was saying,
They're right
that it was
next to
going
each
to be,
other.
we're going to have two signs and the other.
The other one's gonna be replacing that on the bottom.
That looks great,
It looks great,
looks great.
yeah, very
Your
nice.
business should explode.
Thank you.
Okay,
alright, I'll
approved.
take that. Okay, great. Thank you.
And just one more, the material again, what are we making these out of?
the illuminate, that didn't change, the same materials I brought last time.
It looks very classy. Thank you. I can't wait to have it.
Okay,
The
you're all
mailman
set.
will have a
Okay,
problem
thank you.
finding it. Thank you so
luck.
much.
Good luck.
Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So how did you call that, yeah, that room. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, because I feel like by us getting the approved, it's kind of like voiding everything else. What do you think?
Yeah, of course, that's great. That's good.
The only thing is I wish the landlords would have, I mean, that's something we can talk about right in the codes. When you have a landlord sign that's got 12 different things, you could have a uniform material. Why should people be putting plastic, metal,
Right,
engraved you know?
And even it's
right?
easier,
It's gonna look haphazard.
it's easier for the clients to have it already, they don't have to reinvent the wheel. They just know that it needs to be wood, this and that, and
So, I mean, to me, I would make that one of the new multi-tenanted signs.
Just like what they have.
Material and have
they
some
have.
imagination.
Yeah, I think like that Millwood Plaza is like that.
Yeah,
Not the one with the Chico's, but the one behind it.
yeah.
Someone came before us and they really wanted
it's
to.
like with,
And even on the one kind of across from the garden center, which is kind of a nondescript stucco building, but they have the same awnings, they have the same color letter signage, it's very, you know, it's very crisp.
it's like
Hi, Peter.
no, the commercial developments, it's often, not that everyone has a different one. Hello.
How are you?
Hi, good, thank you. What the Palombos are doing is taking space above the existing garage to extend and relocate their master bedroom. So,
Can you tilt that up, I'm sorry. it's
I'm
hard to
sorry,
see.
so this is what it looks like now, here and here. So they're gonna bring this up, and that's essentially it.
That's a garage, so it's an additional.
It's now a garage, yeah, this will
No.
be a garage underneath, it just, so we're gonna put new
Second.
ceiling joists basically right in through there.
The chimney is going to stay in the middle?
Chimney stays in the middle. We're just working around it.
Pop
this-
it a hole on the other side, make it two-sided.
They don't really work well, and that's, you know, they're gonna use that as a dressing room. So there's the garage and that's the roof. And here's the front. We didn't want to bring the roof line all the way up to the top so that the major portion of the house is dominant, this is subordinate, so we're gonna have a lower roof line and two gable dormers in the front. And the back will have a shed dormer to give us some more space, which you'll see right there.
Okay, no, it
But
goes with
when you
the-
bring it to the end, the shed dormer doesn't go all the way, so we maintain the gable slope to match the existing roof.
Oh, so can I go back? Okay, I see. This,
Let me just pop in that. Okay, pretty straightforward.
yeah.
Nice addition.
Okay. Good. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Question for you, how do you feel about when the applicant or the architect comes in with their own set of plans or drawings?
Good night.
I'm always
Good night.
scared that what we're looking at is not matching what they're handing us and I'm stamping approved. I was thinking about that the other day.
So what's it, so the requirement is that they have to submit to you before they meet with us?
They always have to submit, yeah, in order
And
to
so,
get onto the meeting, they have to give me 2 sets of plans, which is what I'm stamping approved. So if they're coming with their plans on a board, how do we know that what's there is matching what's
We should
here?
compare that, we should open your, one of the sets.
We should
no?
open up the
Yeah.
sets, right?
So yeah, but I know that that's happened in the past where we're just looking at that and we're stamping, not really knowing.
No, that's true, that's a good
Right,
point.
well, I guess the intention of putting on the boards is a good one, it's easier to see
Yeah.
than pulling on table,
But
but
then maybe before leaving, just making sure that it's matching what's there. Next is the gorilla.
do you not get electronic stuff? Do you get PDFs of everything, or do you
I
just
do,
get?
I sent it to you guys.
Yeah, you do, right. Do you scan them or they have to give it to you?
No, they have to give it to me on a thumb drive or a CD.
They cannot send you a PDF to
Um,
email?
They can, but we try to not do that because it's
Files are so
caused
big,
issues, yeah, in the past with, I mean, there's zoning, planning and
Hi.
us, so the computers can help us so much. Hi,
How are you? I'm Barbara.
Okay.
you work with Michael?
Yes.
What's your last name?
It's Khorassani, Khorassani.
Gorilla, 81, 84,
Okay.
Alright, where would you like me to start? Just,
do you have photos of the house and
Yes.
the neighbors and people there?
yep. Okay, so this is the existing house.
Partially flat, thanks. This is the house?
Yes,
Where's the street? Yorktown?
is it where?
Before?
Is it, oh no, that's it, I'm
That's the
sorry.
Hazel Oak.
Hey, where's the street?
It's right here, out of 117 on the, it's,
And this is the neighbors.
Those are neighboring, yes.
Do you have a Google Earth by any chance to show the context?
That should be on the title sheet. I didn't bring that, but we submitted that.
so this is the side,
This is the side. Yeah, here, I guess. Is this it? And where were those neighbors? Where, generally, where were those houses? They're right next to it, or?
Oh, is everything together here?
Yeah, so I
Is this
have
the same
them.
street?
Oh, I think I have them.
Oh, yeah, the key points are right up.
It's the 1-2 residence to the left.
So to the
Residence
left
Across
and
the
across
street.
the street,
So
yeah. And then the residence on the left side of the house. and then the residence directly across the street from them.
Right, they're all similar, I guess, okay. Okay. Okay.
So we are just proposing this addition. So if you're looking from the street, we're proposing it from the, I guess that would be your right. All siding is to match existing, windows to match existing. Elevations of that. So here's the new addition off the front. So it's coming off this side of the house.
This side?
Yeah.
Okay.
Roofing to match existing, and then in the back you can see there's that dormer. Yeah, we're extending that over and adding a new window to match what's there.
You're sitting over here,
Yeah,
and then with these, your piece goes over here.
correct.
The other side, the side.
Yes.
Okay, and all materials are the same.
Yes.
Good, straightforward.
Yep.
Great, good. Thank you.
Do you want me to step out for a minute? I'm here
You
with
did the
my
next one too?
Yeah.
Hey, you have another one too?
Yeah.
Why don't you put your two in a row as
Yeah.
long as she's in it?
She's next,
She's
right?
next, yeah.
82
I am.
Shingle House.
Oh,
Yeah, the homeowner is here, so let me
Oh,
just go
okay.
grab her.
alright, do you wanna put this together first?
Sorry.
That's okay, take your time. Did you? I don't have time. It's nice that you do that, I wish I had the time to look at it.
I'm
Should.
just saying, I looked at this, all
Oh,
of
you
these
did?
plans, yeah.
I wonder who looks at them.
You know what, if there was something that was like
It's
contentious or
much-
something, I would definitely do it.
It's much
Easier when they come
easier,
in.
yes,
Yeah.
this way you already,
Familiar
or if you
with
have
that.
a question, you can right away ask. But it's much easier, but I don't always have time.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Today was good.
Do you wanna check those, like you just had a conversation with us?
Yes.
You want one of those, or,
Oh, yeah, let's look at it.
yeah, we should look at them.
Especially because they started off with one set, these are a revised set that they brought us last week, so.
But also just check the dates, I don't think everybody was thinking.
Must be on YouTube.
See, this date is 2/21/19. What, is that the one for now?
This is the one from, I believe Michael dropped off drawings
He did.
earlier, yeah, so these are the same as the ones that we got.
Oh, we're still on the other one.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
We just started a new policy of checking the drawings here compared to
Yeah.
yours, make sure they're the same, cause they have record
Yeah.
copies. Looks fine. Hi.
Hi, I'm Laura Bonder, I'm the owner.
Hi Laura. It's the same?
Yeah.
For you these, you wanna go through these, is that?
That's
that'd
what
be
she's
easy.
presenting, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So the work that we're doing to this house is on the front elevation only.
Can we, I'm sorry, can
Yeah,
we
you
see the
can-
neighboring houses? Just-
I don't know.
There's
if-
only one neighboring house, I submitted that in a smaller copy.
You only have one neighbor.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's here's the site.
Yeah, we're bordered by Con Ed on one side and the DEP across the street.
Oh, shingle house. Which is, this is the house?
That's the house, yes.
Which is the neighbor?
Across the pond, over,
Oh, that's one.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, we just usually like to see the context
Yeah,
to see
I,
what the.
I submitted those with the original application.
Oh, there we go.
Thank you.
That's you, right? D2 is you, right?
Yeah.
Is this the neighbor or is this a
Nope,
backstanding house?
that's still our house.
This is the neighbor.
Oh, this is the brown house is the neighbor?
Yeah.
That's where they
Has the house been added onto over the year?
Yeah, it's had a number of additions.
The pond was frozen.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so what are you guys doing to the house?
So the proposed addition is happening here in what's red. It's very minor. Essentially we are,
Yeah, and maybe you can show us on these plans and we're going to look at these plans.
Yeah,
This way we
sure.
can see.
So it's closer to you, I
Just because
get
this
it,
way
yeah.
we can, oh, go ahead, you can just walk us through there and we'll look at these.
Okay.
What, maybe, what, you wanna walk us through on these, just so.
Yeah.
No, it's upside down, it's, you know.
So we're removing that existing wall, and essentially if you look at this plan, we're carrying it. Can't reach, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I can show
We're
it over
just
there.
carrying it straight
Okay.
across here, so it's all flush. And then we are creating a front portico in the front, just to create an entry off the front, because there's really not anything there right now.
One-story addition?
Yeah, it's basically just a bump out.
Yeah.
Yeah, one story. The kitchen's, it's currently one story. And so it's just bumping out that one wall to make it even with the.
And to just give them more room in the kitchen, because as you
Maybe-
can see from the
yeah.
demo, it's a very small space.
So let's see the plan you're proposing, because that's the one you want to show.
this is-
That was the proposed plan,
this is the
so the
This is
addition,
the new plan,
yeah.
so you basically going
bumped out that,
Pushed out the
this,
kitchen.
okay, making
and
it
portico.
one big rectangular kitchen.
yes.
And here,
Make it a front porch.
front porch, yeah.
That's the,
Okay.
the elevation here, just check that. What happened over here, is there a closet or something, why is the
That's,
elevation so off?
yeah, that's just because of the kitchen layout.
There's no way to balance that
Um,
object better?
the kitchen layout, did you wanna talk about that? That's, I think you and Michael had gone over, it. That's what you wanted, and it pushed the window
Oh,
over,
yeah,
so it
we-
wasn't like centered on, under the ridge.
We can, I think we can do that, so it's either like one big window, so it's balanced, yeah, I
Yeah, it looks
prefer
like,
to
if
be
someone's gonna look at your
balanced,
house and say, what
Yeah.
happened over there?
Yeah, well, that's
What's-
currently what it's like the second floor
It's
windows
like,
are all like in a step
Either,
right now.
either you can add a window,
Or
or
make one
center
bigger,
them, or
yeah.
bigger.
Spread it out,
Because
just
they kind
balance
of,
it,
they, yeah, they look off, pushed on the side.
Yeah.
Without a reason, I mean, there is no, so yeah, that's a good point. And how is the layout? Let's look at the plan quickly. So, this is it.
Yeah, we wanted a space on the wall for the wall oven, so
Why
it's,
is
I
there-
think,
Oh, I see what it is.
But
I
where's
think
the-
that
is
that
accurate.
spot can be a,
Doesn't
it was
look that-
originally
yeah.
3 windows.
You see,
Something
because,
doesn't look, yeah, what is this,
yeah, this looks like
Corner.
a wall, and there is no wall.
right?
This
There's,
looks like there's a
Yeah.
recess.
right, and this is flat until you get to the
Right,
bay, right?
right.
And
So
here,
what's going on here?
here it looks
I
like there's
don't
a.
know if Mike had drawn that in as like a
Decorative?
I think it's decorative.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's going to be flat. That's probably just to
But
like
how-
carry
it's
that line
impossible
down.
to- Yeah, but
So what are you doing though? What are you,
I don't know.
Yeah, I
you know
don't
what he's thinking? Is it an exterior post? Is he just cutting into the siding with a vertical element?
Unless
It's
it's
like
a designer.
We didn't go over that.
But that does not translate into the plan. It looks like it's
Well, unless he's pulling this back a hair, but then it doesn't show on the plan
Yes.
that way.
Right.
this is the wall.
Maybe the overhang is more, but it looks like
Pronounced
the wall.
then, yeah.
But if the
Yeah, I
wall's
mean, because the
flat,
plan
what's-
is to make the wall flat.
Right.
That's, I mean, to make the kitchen layout feasible.
Looks like, I don't know if it's a leader. He's putting it over here somewhere. What
Is this an all new
This is
roof?
a
What's
roof.
here now?
No, that roof
That would
is
be
there.
new.
That's
It's,
a new
I think
roof.
it's just,
So he's basically taking this all the way and then projecting it out.
well, yeah, this roof line is existing, but we need to, it's leaking.
Oh, it is
It
existing.
just needs to be like redone, cause it's falling apart.
And what's happening now? This is recessed though, so it probably reads like this today, right?
Yes, that's what it's like right now.
Right, all right. Yeah, I think you got, think about what you wanna do here
Right.
and what you wanna do in the windows too.
Right.
So make it a better composition.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because there is a wall
Side,
right
it's just-
That is the side, yes.
This is that, is this the bay poking out?
That's this bay.
Oh, that's that bay.
Yeah. What was it?
now. What bay?
What are these?
This one over here. That's, yeah.
This
That
bay.
bay.
It's this bay,
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay, which is new, right?
Right.
yes.
It's kind of again pushed like here.
Yeah,
that
it's to
one.
kind of, that bay is to keep kind of the look of the window right now, cause it's
Right.
like a bay, so it's basically to keep the same look, but on a flat wall.
What do we think about this entryway? So you're adding a new
What is it?
gable
today?
there, now it's got like a kind of lightly sloped.
Oh, look at the power.
It's, well, so now you've got a wraparound,
Yeah.
this is all a wraparound, right?
Right.
And is this popping out further?
Yeah, right now the door, like you can barely even find the door.
But
Um,
this is this going to be recessed, yes? Or
No, that's, there's a current porch there.
and
This
so
is
it's
just-
recessed.
This is,
So when he's saying to wrap around, it's recessed. No. Yeah. So the roof goes here and then this is the existing roof. So this is the existing, yes?
Yes, that's
This whole
existing.
existing and that's only, so you,
no, this is more,
that's recessed, so that's this part.
Yeah, I think, and
And this-
the idea was to have this gable to kind of balance out that one and to kind of, so that you can actually see where our door is.
are these the same slopes? I guess
Yeah. They should be the same.
This is going to be tough, because this is very low pitch. This is, to extend it
Right.
from there all the way to here,
Yeah.
looks like,
Well, it's currently, like this right now is
Right.
currently totally flat.
exactly, and then when you extend it even more, then it's going to be either
Right, yeah,
lower,
cause it's extending, yeah, out this way.
or this is drawn like if it becomes completely flat. You know, the pitch. So I don't know what's going on here really. How is this going to be framed?
That sticks out. The door is like here? So this is
Yeah,
like
that's
a
where that dashed line is.
overhang.
Yeah, so that's so there's a covered section in front of the door.
This must be for, this
Right
piece
now,
must
it's
end
that
here, must be here, it's just a
Yeah, it's just
unclear
it sticks
drawing
out, yeah.
because of the language, I think, I don't think that.
Well, yeah,
is
this
running to here.
right here, yeah, that's a current flat
So we're-
roof.
So this comes to here, and so that's this is this, right?
Yep, yeah,
Yeah,
it's just that
okay,
edge.
Right,
So this
right.
is this,
That portion.
this is the other piece that's, you know.
Already there.
So essentially from the side, you can't see that.
But this is what they are extending.
But it's only going here and then it ends, because
Right.
it's ending here, it's not related to this.
No, but I'm just saying, when they extend this
That
at
other
the
one
same
you can't
pitch,
see. Yeah.
it has to go up to here.
Want to see the dotted line?
Yeah,
That's the new,
so
One
so
behind
it
the
seems to
gable
me
is
that
Yeah.
this,
And usually, Mike doesn't do anything less than a 3 pitch for a slope roof.
this and this is the same pitch, no? This is separate, this is
That's
something,
separate,
That's
that's
existing.
existing,
It's
but I'm talking
existing
about
flat.
these two. This should be good, and I don't know,
The dashed line,
yeah,
yeah.
Well, the dash line is
so I
That's
don't
the
know why
existing
it's
Beyond.
not drawn as such. You know, it, maybe he wants to indicate that it's behind or
yeah, I think that's what
front.
it's in.
Yeah.
But if it is the same pitch, this should be not a dotted
But
line.
I think this is flat.
yeah, that's because it's
This is
gonna
flat and
match the
sloped,
one
which
that's
is this.
existing, which is
So that's this.
No,
That
that's
one-
that's a ridge, yes, this
Yes.
is
Right.
this,
Yes.
is the ridge of that.
Are you doing standing seam, it looks like? What are you doing as a roof?
Standing seam is what they want to go with for the portico area, but that's price permitting, budget permitting. So if it ends up not being standing seam, the second option would just be asphalt shingle to match existing.
And the other one, is that gonna be asphalt shingle?
Asphalt shingle, yes.
But still, I think this piece, how is it going to be framed?
But that's on the, you can't even see that there. Is there another section the other way, the other section this way?
I
Yeah,
don't
that's the same
know,
problem.
Elevation that way? Yeah, alright, kind of. So this is the
Yeah, you see
bigger
Right,
door, right?
that's the door, yeah,
And
this,
that's
that
Yeah.
I, it's in between that
Yeah.
piece that is problematic, I think.
I think that his intention was to show it with that dashed line.
Yeah, it's in between the two ridges, I think
Yeah.
that dash
Right,
line's in
right,
between
right.
the dash lines.
And this is flat,
Yeah, cause that's that existing roof.
That's the
It's just the
bottom of
edge,
the
bottom
pitch,
of
of the
of
pit, of the
that,
pediment.
Yeah,
of
and
this-
that's
of
this
this
It's a flat
section
line here,
area.
yeah. There'll be a gutters or
that's-
something, you know.
Yeah.
and what is this material?
That would be either a standing seam metal roof or asphalt shingle.
Here?
Above the new portico, budget permitting, they wanna do standing seam metal roof.
Okay, so I would just ask that you rethink this and rethink
Yeah.
that.
Is that something that's done administratively or?
Well,
We need to come
if
back.
you can make it, I don't know that you're gonna do that, but if you can make a decision today, you can draw it up. I mean, if it was just the windows and you were gonna change it, we'd
Right.
let you draw it in today, sign it,
Right,
and we give you an approval, but my guess is you're gonna need to talk
I think we're fine with having the, cause there was originally 3 windows there and I'm trying to remember.
But that vertical piece doesn't make any sense, I don't understand. it.
Which,
This looks like it's a
Oh,
corner
yeah, that,
room.
yeah, I don't know.
So I don't want you
I
to just
think this
erase
all-
it to think you're saving time and then not really understand what someone's gonna build for you. So I think what I'm gonna ask is that you come back, we meet in two weeks,
Yes.
and you'd be automatically on. It's not
April
gonna hold
3rd.
up a permit because
I mean, I
they're
can,
backed up anyway.
I can obviously change that window right now, that's not an issue. I can call Mike really quickly, and see if, and ask him about that vertical piece, if that's something
This-
that we
this
can
is
just, I
sticking
can just
out.
change on the drawing now.
If we understand it and it
Right.
makes sense, yes.
Should we ask her to come back so we
Yeah,
can
do
go
you
on
wanna
to
do
the
that?
next?
You
Yeah,
wanna
that's
do that
fine.
and come back?
Yeah.
this piece.
That's an overhang, yeah. Yeah, this is one roof, this is separate.
Right, that's the word that, this is, that vertical piece.
But except that, I think it is, except that it can't be a post, and I think this is a roof overhang, the wall is, the wall is.
I know, that's the dash line, it's the wall below, and he's just doing with the markers.
Yeah, I'll call him and ask him that, so,
Okay.
Okay.
yeah.
So we keep this, do you want?
You wanna call him and then you can come back and get the plan or?
Yeah, I mean, I don't wanna hold anyone up, so,
Right,
I can
come
come
back
back.
in
yeah.
any case and let us know, if you
Whenever.
can't reach him,
Okay,
come back
this
and
is
we'll
yours.
just have
I'm gonna, since I call him now, or
to. Oh, after the next applicant.
next applicant, okay, perfect. Thank you. Alright,
This is a new one?
Yes, this is Mary Scott.
Hello.
Hi Mary.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
So
It's like a crowd.
another one. Oh, I gave it, must have been it. No, wait, no, we're gonna, want to email you guys all the time.
So, this is on Hilltop, which is off of Hardscrabble Road. Let's see, where's Hardscrabble? Sort of here. Hardscrabble comes off here, and then, no, I guess it's the
Here's
other way.
This must be ours.
Yeah, well, it's Hilltop something, Circle, so this is Hilltop Road, so it comes this way. So this Hardscrabble's down here, comes off here and goes around. So the houses are kind of a mix. Various styles. So this house, it's kind of an odd, sort of, gambrel roof, with some odd dormers in the front. It's a little bit awkward. So the project was to add, right now there's a 2-car garage, and they want to add a bay. And we're very limited on the side, and then we're up against a hill on the back, so we have to come forward, which we need a variance for. So here's our added bay and a side entry, which is gonna give them, right here they have an office and laundry back here. This will give them an office and a family room
Oh,
connected to the kitchen.
well, the garage is like the basement, it's just flooded back
Correct,
at it.
yeah, it's the lower level. It's a full story down. And then above that, a master suite. Which, give them a master bathroom and closets and bedroom.
Does this have a second level now? It doesn't, right? Just has one level.
That's, no, it only has the one, right,
So
so
you're
this is a
going
whole
in
new.
front of it and you're doing a whole third level, a whole
Right.
second level?
Right, exactly. So,
That's
Trying
a
to
big
kind of-
project, okay.
yeah, so trying to keep it the gambrel
You know, so we had sort of the base gable here, and then we actually just had a gable on the side, turning this and making another gambrel roof to go forward, and then on the side with the 3 doors, that first floor level with the family room, and then above it the master. And then in the back, there's currently a shed roof at the back, just kind of extending it. You know, it kind of looks like a railroad car, but it's up against this hill, and
Is it all flat? It's all gonna be flat? Or is it not?
well, I mean, it's,
Is it the offset or is it?
you know, it's got,
No, here, this is all in the same plane?
yeah, that's in the same plane.
It is against the hill, but it's huge.
You put a new shed in the front.
Right, so right now,
With 3
yeah, these
people.
are the 3 little dormers, which I really don't like the look of, so by putting a shed roof, I thought it looked more like a
It does look
classic.
good.
Yeah, and a new entry roof.
Can you look at the plan here so you can see what's,
In the back,
so what is
so
that?
it's,
That long,
right, so it's the kitchen, doors out.
so right now, the house finishes where?
It finishes, so right now, it actually finishes here
It's just going
on the
higher.
1 story, it's just we're adding on here. So right now it is, it's a long line
I see.
as it is, so we're
Okay.
actually not
They're adding
You're
a
not,
top.
changing
you're not
that?
changing it, yeah.
Well, but it's more massive because of going up. It's okay, I mean, just,
Just want me to realize,
Yeah.
I get it.
I'm surprised it, yeah, I know the house already has it, you know. Yeah, triple windows with these 2 little shutters.
I know you don't like shutters,
Do
and
you,
it's
do you
not
really?
real.
I know people,
You know what,
you have such good taste, I'm surprised, I know you,
I mean, you know, honestly, we could not do shutters on this wall, it's just, you know, I mean, it becomes almost more of a decorative wall filler when you have a lot of open space. So I think, you know, here on the double, I think it works, cause it's part of
yeah,
the
it's already
overall.
has, it already has it. but-
Here, I mean, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't know, I do, I have a beef with disproportionate shutters.
Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, the fact is, it'd probably be better if we took them off this side, just cause we're gonna have issues in here anyway, so.
You're right, I mean, you're gonna clip the corner.
Mm.
Yeah, I think the front looks nice, I think the front was handled very nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah, This is fine too, it's just long and big, but it is, it's
Yeah.
clean, it's, you know, the roof's
The roof
nice.
helps.
Yeah, the roof's nice, yeah.
Yeah.
My only comment is that, you know, the shutters on the extra wide windows, but
Okay. I'll run that by the client and maybe we'll kill him.
okay.
Except this question here would be
Yeah, I thought that's what I did now for,
Yeah, I know, she's trying to call me, but I think
the,
she
in a
was,
seminar.
okay, but I think she just moved you on to the, I
She
think the
did.
April 1st.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, she had to get it to the paper.
Right, well, that's what I was worried that I was gonna lose
No,
my spot
I
and
think
have
she
to
was
wait.
putting it on regardless.
Okay.
I'll let her know you were here tonight. Okay.
Thank you.
Night.
Do we wanna call her back in?
If she's ready, if she's not, you know, but she's gotta be ready, you know. Is it a coincidence or is business gonna be picking up, you think?
I don't know, I feel like last week we had 7, today we have 12, I mean, that's a lot.
It's good,
Yeah.
I think
That was a big project, that addition, turning.
Yeah, a lot of interior work too. They had new bathrooms.
this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
Pretty much.
It was nicely done, it's just.
She ready?
the change on here.
Okay.
So yeah, I spoke to Michael, adding the third window to balance out the other two, is fine, so we're gonna do that. This roof is remaining, which is also shown on the pictures. And this was just a faux corner board to balance out this other corner board here.
But where is it being built into it? Is there a corner or is it just flat into the?
It's just a faux, it's just flat. It's just to create this illusion that it is kind of bumped out a little bit and to balance out this other corner board, but we can take it off if
I don't think it's, I don't know that it's gonna look like what you think it's gonna
I
look
think
like.
it should be built.
I don't think it's gonna fool anybody, cause there's no shadow,
Yeah.
there's no shadow line.
Yeah, I think it should be built even a little bit so that it's there's a shadow line and that there,
Okay.
because otherwise it looks really
Right.
cheap.
No,
Something glued on the facade that
Right.
it's supposed to be three-dimensional and it's two-dimensional.
right. The only thing is that we would build it out, but this is part of the kitchen as well.
I almost
So then it
wonder,
would just be like a random bump in the kitchen here.
I almost wonder if you can use like fatter studs and keep the interior flat for function, cause you wanna have a flat interior.
Yeah.
But still find a way to have the outside pop out a couple of inches,
Yeah,
just,
it
you
can
know, in a forest, 4 inches, 6 inches, then you could get the corner and it would be meaningful.
Right.
double studs or, just
Yeah.
to accentuate.
You'd have to, your foundation's gotta be a little wider by a couple inches to hold it, but.
Yeah, well, I mean, price wise, we can't bump this out, it would mean, I guess, not bumping this part out as much.
Well,
Because we're not planning on like, but I mean, that's adding
But
more
is this-
foundation and.
is this a new one or is this?
No, that's existing.
Oh, this is
So it's
existing.
existing and then we're bumping this out because if you look at the demolition plan here, this is the kitchen that they have right now. So there's really not a lot of usable space. The idea was to
Keep that line.
and
Yeah.
bump it out this way, but still maintaining
So
the
maybe
stable.
instead of having it,
You don't wanna, then they'd lose 4 inches inside, you don't wanna do that, so. I think you should just rethink the corner, it's not gonna look like a corner, it's gonna look like just a, I don't know, stripe in your facade.
I mean, we can
Yeah,
we could strike
just-
it.
yeah.
Just not. Mike just thought that it was a balance of the corner and then the gable.
Yeah, no,
It just to like define that gable end.
But in the same, yeah, I think it's gonna be weird in the same plane,
yeah, otherwise it's going to
it's
be
gonna
like
look,
that.
right.
It's going to be like that. And here it's going to, if you wanted to get this.
Well, the roof is new, right? The roof over that area is new, or is it the same?
This
Yeah,
he said that it wasn't new.
Yeah, I think we need to find out if.
'Cause if it's
It might just
new-
need to be, I don't,
maybe that can pop out a few inches, something to hold a column, or something to hold a corner or something.
I mean, I think once we have someone looking at it and if it's in good shape, we're gonna keep it. And only, like, if we have some leaks in it or something, are we gonna, do anything with that roof?
Probably have to have a foundation, they are just reusing what's there. It's not like a new foundation.
No, I didn't know that, no idea. What do you think?
I mean, if we could just scrap it, that's probably the easiest solution.
Yeah,
Probably is the easiest solution.
Yeah.
that's fine.
Where's the house photo right now? So that side has a corner board on both.
That's what
Let's see.
yeah.
You can see the corner board here.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's there since it is.
I don't know, yeah,
right
you
here.
can, you can see, but that's because it
Oh,
goes
yes,
back,
there it is.
it goes back.
But
Now, right
it
now
could
it
be
goes
lost
back.
on-
Yeah,
That's
that's,
different
But
thing.
you've got relief, so I mean, it makes sense when you've got a real corner to play with.
Right.
So,
So are we having a return or?
well, it depends, if the consensus is taking it away is acceptable to you guys, then you can mark it and draw the window and you're fine.
Yeah.
But I don't wanna pressure you guys to accept something you
Yeah,
don't
no,
want.
that's fine. Yeah.
Okay, so why don't you draw on, I think, 2 sets, the windows and cross out the corner and initial it and you're good? I think we're gonna ask you to do that outside and come back. That's okay,
Yeah, no
just cause we have a lot of people
No, I
waiting.
get it, yeah.
Thank you.
So that's what's going on.
Moving the people. Anyway, it's gonna look good.
No, I was thinking that maybe a little bit overhang.
So that then you can build
Just for that little aesthetic.
Alright, almost there.
Yeah. 18, 14. We have pictures on the back of the page.
On the back of
Yeah, on the last page.
last page.
I like the fact that here they have proposed and existing. But this one also, no, is that the return, no? Hello, oh.
It's like, I think you know, it's a funny face.
Is it a return or no?
No.
No, it's a
Yes, for sure. What's up?
Hi,
How are you?
how are you?
Good, how are you? Good. You're the architect and homeowner?
Yes, I'm Dan Cantelmo.
Hi,
This is
Dan.
Kim Levy.
Hi, Kim.
So, there's not a lot going on with the outside, other than we're redoing the siding, but there's not a lot of new forms. Actually, as far as what square footage is new, it's about like 30 square feet on the on a breakfast room in the back, so that's really sort of insignificant. And then
You're
this
changing this?
is going from screen porch to
What's happening over here?
those columns on the garage are just being taken off and the roof is
You're putting in
being
new
cut back,
windows?
and then new windows, yeah.
And what are these? Is this a window, a grill? or
Those
what is
are
it?
they really windows or not?
No, they're just shutters. They're shutters that make it look like there was a window, but there's they're
They're
just
closed shutters.
Exactly.
Getting ready for the
There's
storm,
nothing
yeah.
behind it.
Are you getting rid of the shutters?
Yeah, because we're
Are you
doing
getting rid of the
the,
blind, fake blind window? That's good.
yeah. See, I told you, I didn't really like that, but, so we're changing, right, we're doing this, the cedar on the bottom and then doing the board and batten on top, and so.
Are you reskinning the whole house?
Yeah,
It's very nice.
thanks. And then really here, we just accentuated that as much as we could with, you know, more trim work.
More trim, yeah. Okay, are they side up?
And that's, it's,
At least this elevation.
so you just see that little porch right here. So this is a porch and this is the addition, but it's,
Where's the plan? Because here, you
I have a plan here if you don't have one.
there should be a plan, no?
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Can you show us what you were saying?
Is here, what's-
Yes, yeah.
So where's the old end and the new begin?
So, can I just pull that a little closer? This is the wall right here. And so we're just adding that. Because in their kitchen now, it's the same kitchen layout, there's this wall here, which kind of closes you off to this breakfast area. So we just squared it off and then put a cover on the door coming in.
Yeah, it's nice, nicer. So this is a part of the kitchen?
Yes. It's,
So you,
right.
so how do you enter? You enter here?
So the front door is here, and then you come in this way,
And
but
that's the
then
back.
this would be a, right, come in the back deck
Enter.
and then in here.
Into the kitchen.
And then we just did a seat, built-in seat, so that you put a table there just to,
And then right now it's here.
right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
actually, right now it goes, this isn't there either, so the table is offset. It sits over there and we just wanna get it in line.
So you added this?
Well, it's not added, just remodeled.
Okay.
Are you putting all the windows in the house? Is that what-
All new windows. Anything, I shouldn't say that, they're all, anything that we have shaded here, which is all of them. This threw me off,
Is there
you
anything
know,
staying? No.
those are the existing.
And what kind of window do you put?
We
Yeah,
specified
Marvin Integrity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you putting buttons in these, or is this just a computer thing?
No, we were not. Why do you not?
They're they're oh, I don't know what a button is.
The grills.
Well,
You know, you've
so we
got
have,
2x2s and.
yeah, but we were not doing it on the sliders. Fine.
What's here and how come we lost some glass?
So this is right here,
Okay,
and this window we just.
Garage window got lost?
Yeah, but it's,
could it go back? Just have not giant blank wall?
yeah. Yeah. It, I don't, you know, it's weird too. Why it's- Oh, it's low because the garage is down so far, so that's what. It was, the window is like, compared to the deck, it's down low.
Yeah, so what happens is basically when you're on our deck, it's
Is this a
very,
deck here?
it's, yeah, there's a deck there.
Yeah.
It's a very tiny window, and so it's like your feet are
Yeah.
sort of at the, it's very awkward
But
where
if we
the
put
window
it
is.
up to the head height, then when you're in the garage, it's like you're barely looking
because it's
to the
much
sill.
lower level.
Yeah,
The,
it's
level
down like
of the
maybe,
Garage is much lower.
It's very,
3
it's sort of
feet or something.
strange.
Well, it looks as big as all the other windows in the house. But
no, it is, it's, and we can put any window back in there, obviously, but it was
it's
just,
I don't know how you wanna do it, but it would be nice to have something breaking up this very large blank wall. At your choice.
Yeah.
But something.
yeah. I'd probably just, I'd probably put a window more like this one over here. But
Okay,
again, it's
fine.
just inside, it's kinda useless, it's just more of an
Well,
aesthetic
I'm
thing
saying
from
from the outside, I'm
yeah.
looking at the outside, you know,
Yeah.
where our purview is not really the inside.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
So if you can draw in that, you'll put a window somewhere in your short.
yep.
That'd be good.
So that view is beyond the railing. Oh, actually, from the back, there isn't a railing because the deck meets the ground. So you step right onto the deck from the backyard. It's only from
Well, it
the
looks like
sides.
you have a little,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there was,
So where's
yeah,
the
there
grade?
was
Is
rail,
this,
there
is something
was
deceiving?
railing.
Is this the grade? Where's the grade?
It,
Looks like you have grade and then you have like some exposed
it is, but
concrete
then
and
there's a stone wall, a retaining wall, and the deck meets.
kinda comes very close
Yeah.
to the retaining, it doesn't.
It's here. Can't tell.
So here,
You see it in plan view here? Currently, the deck comes to the inside of the stone wall. But so let's say this is up 3 feet and grade is flush at the top and down 3 feet here, so that's why you need railings on the sides. But we're extending the deck over the wall so you can just walk right out the back, you don't have to, fall in this little crevice here between the stones and the deck. So this is just one riser up.
So is,
And that window, actually, the window.
is this the window?
Yeah, it is shown there. Oh, we're halfway there.
Yeah. Yeah, just put one window somewhere that you were happy with.
maybe,
Of the
maybe
appropriate
maybe
scale
a little
size,
higher. Maybe
Yeah, I would
this-
put it, I'd put it
if
in
it
line
is-
with the other window and just leave it
With
way
the
up
head,
high.
with the head, matching the head height. With the head height, so that it's not as low as if it is.
And if you don't mind, I'll just put it in the middle.
Does the deck move? Is that what the comment about the addition to the deck, or is it not?
Yeah, you can.
I mean, I don't have any comment about it, but I don't know if you're supposed to.
Anything on the visual exterior, not to the interior,
Right,
it's
right.
supposed to look like the interior stuff.
But they're not doing the back.
It looks like they
They're
are
extending
expanding it
it,
like a couple feet over to that,
Oh, yeah.
over that stone wall.
Great spot, so they pull it out so that you can flush with the grass.
You can do the same thing on that side.
But that we don't have
Oh, yeah,
sorry?
Do you have any issue with that?
With the fact that it's going to be flush with the grade and extended like that?
Oh wait, this
Would
might
be
not be the right page.
So how to approach the grade if it isn't
I'm
like
doing on the other
this,
page,
it's
I
one.
know.
Yeah, I don't think we get into construction.
On this one as well?
No, just
Or this one's fine?
That one's fine, it's just, I know the elevation looks a little smaller here, so with this one I could,
They're probably gonna throw it there.
these are the stamp plans anyway, so.
You can ask.
But it's a nice.
Feel like a new house when you're done. Yeah, it's a nice place.
We
It's
waited a
nice-
while.
yeah. It's very nice, especially all the outside.
Are you redoing the roof, did I ask?
Tim, are we redoing it?
We are not right now.
Okay.
It's in good shape. So our plan was to.
One thing you'll find is that the more you start redoing, everything you don't touch will look very old next to brand new.
It's like repainting.
Yeah, where do you stop?
Where do you
That is
stop?
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done a lot of renovations, so yeah. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thanks.
Good luck.
That's
you.
good. Thank you so much.
Next year.
Can I ask you something, do you typically get drawings that are, like in this case, they're complete? Do you typically get them like that, or when they're in the more design phase, or they're?
Well, sometimes people
Sketchy.
come to us and it's fine if they wanna come to us in the design phase when they maybe don't have confidence that they're in a direction that's going to get approved, we're happy to
Yeah.
work with them. But to get a final approval, we need to have the final drawings. If you wanna take a two-step
Okay.
approach, if
Right,
it's a more
okay.
ambitious design project and you wanna
Yeah.
come see us before you get to the final stage, we're happy to meet with you.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
Alright, thanks.
Do you want to pick all those ready?
It's quite big.
Yeah,
Around
It's
the
a
whole
big project.
both of those too.
I like the that he broke a little bit, that facade. Maybe to,
It's a big improvement, though.
yeah.
Yeah, both of the last two.
We're back.
We're back. Third time's the charm, right?
Okay, so. Here's one. And the second one.
Okay. These are casements and a double hub. Now you have to figure out which one goes simple to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you for working with us.
Oh, no, thank you for letting us change it and. Do you want these right side up? Thank you. Have a good night. Have a good night. Bye.
You're doing pretty well with long list.
Still
One, two. Two signs, two houses, two signs. Are we gonna see the Station Place thing?
Yep.
Homeowners, architects, contractors?
Homeowners,
Okay.
my wife, Sean.
pictures of the existing home.
So is this a new garage, is that the project?
Yeah, there's no garage at this time.
Here we go. I have color photos on a laptop if you'd like to see them.
So it's fine, black and white.
Satellite photos, I've circled the houses with a little hard to make out. So this is our house here. The neighboring homes circled in red. Closest homes, at least. A little zoomed in here.
These are all your, this is all your house?
Yes.
Which is the front? I guess this is
So
this
the
considered
front-
your front?
Yeah, technically, you got the porch
The
there and the
side
front door,
porch.
yeah.
Is this prefabricated or is this
No.
hand built?
No.
Who's Balkan?
Ben design is just the where we purchased the plans. It's not a prefab. Although they do sell kits for this particular garage, it's not prefab.
And can you tell us a little bit about the existing house, the siding and what
The siding is a wood clapboard, white. The garage would be the same siding, white siding. These are
This is where the house,
few
yeah,
of
big
the-
piece of property.
This is the house here, right here.
How many acres do you have?
12.97. And the garage would be here.
What part of town are you in? Where is this?
This is in Newcastle, off of, it's on Glendale Road. So that's where the house is, you can see the pond directly behind the house. The garage would be facing the house.
The pond, where's the pond?
You might be able to see in one of these photos of the house. It's directly behind the house.
Yes,
yeah.
I see. So.
And what do the neighbors look like? Yeah.
So these are some homes on Glendale Road. A few of them have more than one photo. I wrote the address, that's 75 Glendale. That is 78, I believe. Oh, these people have. And that is 120, I believe, yeah. These are all Glendale Road, just down the street from our driveway.
So this is facing your house is gonna be this?
Exactly.
And all three blank sides are the other three sides?
Correct.
Is this gonna be the same, maybe you said this, the same siding as the house now?
Yes, the same clapboard, white.
Same roof?
It'll be an asphalt roof. The house has a black asphalt shingled roof on it right now.
And this will be black.
This will match, yes.
The garage door is what? What material is the garage door?
I don't know exactly. I mean, it's a typical garage door. I'm planning on painting it black to match the shutters of the house. Kind of like the neighboring home you see here. Kind of, so our home, this is not our home, this is a neighbor's home, but our home has a similar black here, and the doors would essentially kind of match this behind the house.
Is there a reason you picked the gables,
The dormers,
instead of something?
They just look nice. I think they match the style of the area and they give you a little more functional room.
So you're gonna have like a guest room up there or something?
No, storage.
Storage?
We don't even have plans for electrical or pipes yet. So.
Okay. Yeah, no plumbing in it at all.
You're getting electricity to it.
Electricity, yes, for electric garage doors and outlets and lights and things like that, but that's it.
The reason the door is over here and not in the middle, or?
That's just how the plan was. I didn't alter these plans at all, but there is a staircase in there. So
Oh, there's a staircase.
yeah.
I must say, it's just for you, it's a very big building,
Uh-huh.
and you've only got 8-foot high garage doors. You know,
Yeah, I think it's 9 foot on the first floor.
Well, here, this is the section,
Yeah.
so they have like two,
where's the floor plan, is there a?
It's in the first or second page,
yeah,
I
I
believe.
was trying to see what is on the garage doors, is it metal, there are panel, wood panel?
Wood panel.
Wood panel on the
yeah,
garage.
Yeah.
Because
It's
it's
painted
not
to match
indica-
the,
oh, yes, I see here,
yeah.
kind of around.
Oh, I see, I see.
Something similar to this garage.
My only comment is, again, it's a big building, it's bigger, almost as big as your house. And you've got three, other than these two windows, you've got enormous amounts of blank space.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be nice if there were windows or something decorative, something to make it look like a building and not just a solid, fortress.
Well, I think there are 5 windows. For
No,
a garage, I mean, I thought.
But it's a garage that's as big as a house.
Well, I mean, we're on 13 acres. It's not quite as big as the house. The house is about 3,600 square feet. This is about 2,000 square feet on 2 stories, 900 on the top.
But it's as big as a typical house.
It's a large garage, but we've got a lot of space. So this is
It's a nice-
kind of what we like
It's
to
a
have.
nice, it's nice to have a daylight, even in a garage.
Oh, absolutely.
So I think a window wouldn't hurt.
Sure. I mean,
More
we
than a
could,
window, you've got 46
where would
feet.
you like to see another window?
Wow.
I also would ask is for the drawings to represent what is supposed to, like for example, here it says some sort of rendering, you have detail of paneling. And since this is not a real representation, the drawings are really what we're supposed to look at. It would be
Sure.
good if that would match what is supposed to be built, like, paneling, for example, because this looks for me like a modern metal door, which is not, that's not what you want.
The
and that's not what-
specifications, the material list, I could look at the spec for the door.
Right, but it should be drawn.
I like them, yeah.
Even if it's spec'd, I mean,
Okay.
because that's what you look at the elevation of the drawing, so it would be good if it's correspond. And the other thing would be I think the windows would be even better for you as a user.
I
to
think you
have
need
it
a
like-
series of something, I mean, this is very long, one window isn't gonna change it, maybe you need maybe 3 large windows if you wanna mimic this proportion or something, and, maybe 2 down here or something, but something to give it the character of a residential structure and not as a big fortress.
And you use less electricity during the day.
That's always good, that's always good. So you're saying windows on the it's 26 feet long. You wanna see windows on that section? You wanna see windows?
46 feet
25
long.
plus 20.
Wide, excuse me, it's 20,
So it's
It's
25 plus
46
20.
It's 46
One almost, so it's
46 feet wide.
wide and
46.
deep. So the windows, I just wanna.
The length,
28 foot
the length.
You wanna see windows here on these sides is what you're
And
saying?
these.
Because we have the dormers in the front.
Right, the front I think is
Yeah,
fine, I
front's
think the
fine.
front looks nice, you obviously give it attention, it's facing your house, you care about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Other than maybe, as Claudia suggested, being a little more descriptive on the doors, so you know what you're getting and we know what the town is gonna be receiving.
Sure.
But it would be nice if you put some pattern of windows along the back and something here and, maybe something here, I guess you have a stairs here, I
Yeah.
don't know if you can get something depending on the slope over the stairs, but something again to make it look like it's a residential structure. I mean, if you look at this looks like a residential structure, this could be a house, but obviously it's got 3 garage doors.
And especially on the first floor,
Okay,
because that's where it's lacking.
What else are we doing all of it, monopolizing all the.
Yeah, no, that's it. So do you require new plans submitted with windows?
Well, if you know, if you're comfortable making a decision, sometimes people would draw them in tonight and you can go outside and come back and sign on and you can get an approval, or you can come back if you wanna think about it, you can come back in 2 weeks. I don't think it would hold up your building permit, because the building department has work to do anyway.
Usually it takes 4 weeks at least, for building permit.
So it won't hold up the permit, I can,
put you on April 2nd, April
You might wanna think
3rd.
about it, make sure you're happy too.
Right, but
We might
Yeah.
not like what
you may,
get.
you may
Yeah.
think about if you have some shelving where you would like to put the window, so it's not in the middle, so it's, you can put a little bit more thought into it, how you would like to arrange the interior of the first floor, and where it would be actually useful to have some daylight coming in
sure,
for what, you know,
Sure.
some
okay,
Rather
yeah,
than
if
just
it's not gonna
sketch.
hold up the permit, I'll have drawings.
yeah.
Just
put
look
you
at
on
all
for
4
April
sides,
3rd.
so it all looks residential,
Sure
that's
thing.
all we're asking for.
Sure,
So I'll put you on for April 3rd.
sure.
So it's the door, get it painted to reflect the real reflection of how we want it to look like,
Just
and
draw the panel,
Drawing.
yeah,
Let me make
on the
a note.
light, yeah.
And make sure there's a note somewhere of what the material is, for you too, to
That's-
make sure that you get what you're buying, you know, from the contractor.
I'm gonna keep this in the file.
Last week.
Next one
Okey-dokey.
is,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, have a good night.
Good night.
hair salon, sign, page.
Where is that?
It's this is actually, it says Bedford Road, but it's Memorial Drive. You know where Alex's car wash is? I think there's a childcare center.
Yes, of course,
I think it's in that circle. Yeah.
Where is the circle?
What's that?
Where is it?
Do you know where Alex's car wash is at the top of King?
Well, the Agostino.
Oh,
Memorial
across,
Drive.
across
You
where
know, they
Campbell
all-
Engineering used to be?
Yes.
Right, that's exactly right.
Is that
Hi, how
right?
are you?
Hi.
So, is this the same drawing?
Yes.
Sorry.
What kind of business is it?
Is this a new tenant?
Yes.
What kind of business?
Oh, it's a hair salon?
Oh, okay. Other than it's illegible, it's pretty.
Yeah, I like it.
I like it too, but you can't tell, but you
What's
can
it
read
made
it.
of?
So that is a 1/4" ACM panel with acrylic letters flush mounted to the panel.
Flash mounted?
Flush mounted to the panel.
Which one is it on the building, or is it around the side? It's the for rent one right next to the kids' hair salon?
Oh yeah, which one is it? Is
It's
it
the
yeah.
first one right there, yeah.
The first one, okay, cool.
Okay,
Yeah.
and it's going to be
Be up in
here
there.
somewhere and this goes away, okay.
1/4 inch panel, 20 by 41.
So it's painted, it's not carved, right? It's just painted on
It's acrylic letters, so they're 3/16 thick. There's a little dimension to
Little
it.
bit,
Yeah.
They just glued on it.
Yeah. Double-sided tape.
Double-sided tape?
How do you do letters with this script? It's not,
It's laser cut acrylic.
is it 2 pieces, 3 pieces? I mean, it's,
This is gonna be one piece for the P, and then the rest of the signature is another 2 pieces. The three whole pieces here.
I like the design, I'm not too completely sold on the material, the quality of the material and the fact that it's going to be glued in 3 pieces like that. But,
Glued as opposed to.
you know, it's just that it's not one piece because of the fact that it's a script, you'll have to do it the way you said. But I'm just,
I mean, as far as the other tenants that are there, they have a flat sign with just vinyl letters that are stuck on. So we tried to.
no, it is a
create-
nice sign.
Oh, okay.
I like graphically,
Mhm.
again, I just said I like the, other than you can't read it,
Yeah.
you don't know what it is. And it's a nice little sign, it's just that I can't, it's page staffs or something.
Stencil.
Yeah, so you can't really read it much, but it's.
where, this doesn't look like this, so where is it? This
Yeah,
looks,
it
doesn't
does.
look like this.
It does.
It does, it's the same.
Does, look at these 3 panels, one, is
That's
it?
a reflection.
Is it a reflection?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
looks a
here
lot
you
nicer
see
here.
this is
Looks like this is touched up or
This is
something.
cleaner.
Right, it does,
You
this looks
see-
darker and the paint looks crisp and.
But you see, that's the
Just 2 different
reflection
times a
of the
day, yeah.
sky.
Is that
of
it?
the
It's not
sky.
computer artwork?
And this is, it's a nicer, right, behind the car. It's just a nicer picture.
I like it.
Okay. Thank you.
Alright guys, have a good evening, thank you.
Three pieces, I'm afraid that is going to be put onto it.
It's hard when you have the whole building as a context where they're all old and not very attractive, and somebody's gonna say, well, look at my neighbor.
I know.
You know, and so you get the least common denominator driving these fences, we don't know.
That's right. That's
We
exactly
need to draw a line and say, we're not approving them. We have to.
I mean, this was it would be maybe also a little bit longer, so that it's not like a little thing about that doorway proportionally, but.
This is Taco Street, which is the former Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, what are they putting in there?
Taco.
Tacos?
Do you remember they
Yeah, we
came
did
in for that
Oh,
garage
yes, yes,
door?
yes,
I must
yes,
have
I
missed it.
remember. But that was approved, yes?
That was the storefront was approved.
What is it? What is this storefront? Is that been boarded up so long?
The
That's
storefront
it.
is gonna be the garage door that opens up in the summertime. Do you know there's one in Pleasantville, I believe he owns the
Right,
same one.
Are they gonna have tables sitting on the sidewalk? Or are they gonna?
That I don't know.
No, not right now. This is just to open that one so the tables that are up front can be, like open to the sidewalk.
Are you the owner of the restaurant?
No,
or-
I'm the architect.
Are you the architect? Oh, okay.
So they opened this whole thing and
Right.
you can just enter inside.
They have, the owner of the restaurant is the same owner of Pizza Station, and they have that sidewalk on the
So
side.
we use that, that's what
Right.
they do. Makes
And
sense.
this is glass, yes?
Yeah,
These are
that
glass
is
and
glass.
is it wood?
Wood.
And we are not approving that, we're just
It's
approving
design.
design.
Yeah.
Is this the same? Is that-
Yeah, it's the
And
same.
what are the materials of the sign?
It's gonna be, the letters are gonna be plastic. It's 3/4 of an inch thick, and it's gonna be mounted on the spacers. This is just a sample to give an idea. It's thinner than that, just 3/4 of an inch, but we're gonna mount it on the spacers to lift it a little bit from the back.
Can you show us?
Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Um,
Oh, I see.
So that's just an illustration. The letters itself is gonna be 3/4 of an inch, and the spacer about an inch, so it gives it a little bit of floating effect. The background is gonna be painted that gray.
Is there any lighting?
We're thinking now, and that's the canopy has lights up here. That's existing, but we wanna backlit the letters. That's the proposal. And the sign company just sent me a photo that I want to show you. With that halo light, right? The letters are received, so we just put the strip of lighting, LED lighting behind, and it creates that halo effect.
What do the neighbors do for lighting? They have good,
They have,
don't they?
the canopy has downlights, maybe before you can see a little bit. So those are flat signs with the
That's
canopy
going to
lighting.
stick out from everybody else.
Right. You know, it's nice to have some consistency with the neighbors.
Right, the original idea was, to keep it consistent with the neighbors, we have the same band and the same tree,
Right.
and it is just
And
the
it's-
raised lighting, the raised lettering.
Right, and it's nice. I think if there's going to be any kind of lighting, it's just going to draw attention to that one.
More than the
particular
neighbors.
tenant, yes.
Yeah, that was a last minute thought. We thought to propose to ask you, to see if it was.
Yeah, we would probably want it to be lit the same way that
And all
City
the
Bank
others.
and all the other ones are lit.
That was the original proposal.
Okay, so is this so the application does not include lighting, is that correct? Okay, so does this, but I think we're okay with what you're asking for, but I don't think it's documented very well. So, you've got this little section, there's no dimensions on it, there's no dimensions for,
Yeah.
there's no really notes of what the material is, I mean, just 3/4 thick plastic, it's pretty generic terminology, there must be.
Correct.
So I need you to, not a construction drawing, but you need to really put all the information here so that when the building inspector goes to look at it, the
He knows
drawings are
exactly.
exactly what you're gonna build.
I understand, yeah, that,
So how's this blue shading
That's
being
painted,
accomplished?
that's just painted
on
on
the
the
background?
grade, on the grade, yeah. So it's just to give that effect of a little bit of a shadow, but the blue is painted.
Painted and then only the
And
plastic
the
is.
plastics are.
That's kind of nice, actually. That's a more sophisticated way than putting it away.
Yeah, I like it.
So if you can document it better, I think you'll
Sure,
get approved.
yeah, I understand what you're asking for. Do we need to resubmit it for another presentation to you, or just submitting the documents will be?
Well, it would be
You
nice
can
that
submit
we
the
know.
documents, but you probably should be here only because if you're not
To make
here
sure
and
that-
and we have questions still, there's no one to answer the questions.
I see.
And you can't do it now, you can't put all those notes, really, because you
change
don't
is
have
done.
it.
Yeah, the
You
sign-
should also have PMS colors, because sometimes Xerox, when you print this
Sure.
off, one printer's different than another, different than what shows up in real life, and if we hold this blue up to the one that's there and it's, so.
I hear you.
So return for April 3rd? So April 3rd.
Okay.
In 2 weeks.
Very good.
When are they planning on opening, do you know?
We're working hard. He's working hard.
Is there
to-
construction going on inside there?
It's going on. Yeah. It's going on. The garage door is already installed. The door. So pretty soon we'll remove
I'm sorry, what's your name?
the plywood fence. Alejandro Molina.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, have a good night.
So you'll automatically be on for
I'm on.
April 3rd, 8 o'clock. Just email me the revised plans.
Up to which date we have time to know?
You can send it to me next week.
Right, sure.
By the Friday before the meeting.
Very good.
Okay.
Thank you.
So this way you can forward it to us on Friday.
Yeah. Okay, good. Okay. 18 Pin Oak.
Yeah, she's doing pretty well.
I
I find it crazy with 3 of us instead of 5 of us.
We still got 13 stations. Hello. Your pictures.
You the architect?
Mark is the architect, I'm his partner.
Nothing much
could
has
make it.
changed from the last time
Okay.
we came in January.
I didn't see, I just saw.
These photos of the house and the neighbors?
Yes.
You the architect?
I'm one of the architects in the firm, yes.
What's your name?
Fred Grippy,
That's it?
How do you spell your last name?
Grippi.
Where is this?
Pin Oak one, you don't know one.
If you just open it up, you'll see, there's an existing and a proposed elevation on the second sheet, and then.
So what are you doing to the house?
What's that?
What do you, what's the
We're,
project?
we're just refacing some of the details, like,
Something new?
there's an existing, platform there, and we're just putting a roof on it, so see.
Is this the portico, is that the whole project?
Well, no, that's not the whole thing, but we're replacing the windows, cause the way they have them now, it's like one shutter between the windows, it looks kinda strange, so we're just adding, putting them together, double windows with the shutters on each side, doing the covered entrance, and then there's a lot of exposure on that foundation, so we're gonna do a thin stone to match the stone that's already on the platform. That's it.
Are you
That's the extent
changing
of
the
it. And
skin,
we're
are you changing the skin of the house or just the windows and the stone?
just the windows and adding some, trim, some crown moldings over the top. You see the siding down here right now, it doesn't really look very nice, so we're adding panels on the bay windows. So you see that bay right there on the top? Right there,
This one?
yeah, you see all the siding down there, so we wanna do a nice panel,
But
just to
when
dress
you
it up.
when you said that you were putting a roof, where is that?
The roof on, there's a top
Oh,
roof over the top of the
Are you changing windows on any other
No,
elevation?
no, that's it, it's the extent of that, very small.
So I have one question that I tend to ask that, on shutters, you've got these windows and then you're putting shutters that are disproportional to the, and you're doing such a nice job redressing it, would wood trim not be better for something like that? Do you have any other in the back and the sides? Do you have any other shutters where they don't fit the size of the window opening?
No. Well, if you can see on the side, there's a double
One
window
here.
there with shutters, so.
Did
They've had it
you give
before.
any thought to having, since you're putting these nice crowns on top of the windows, to having maybe beefed up wood trim around the windows and lower?
No, this is what they wanted the shutters, so, you know, it's their house.
What do you think as the architect?
I don't think there's a problem with double, we do the shutters on double windows all the time. I mean, it's half the size of the, you know, of that window, but obviously it doesn't cover the whole window, but it's a pretty common detail.
What's on other sides?
And it looks a lot better than what's there now.
Portico is nice.
Maybe the windows, I mean, the one shutter in between the two windows
That is kind of odd, that one shutter.
Yes, yes.
Do you have any side, is there a side of the portico? Yeah, that's Copper roof, using
Copper roof, yes.
It's all exterior work.
It's just a small amount of it.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you. Yep, approved.
Okay.
So, I gave away my,
This is yours.
oh, there it is, sorry. Keep sliding things through.
Okay. Check Napoli's up next.
I've been doing this one.
Have you seen this application?
ready?
I've seen it, but I haven't seen
You've been in
it.
twice, so he's taking the two houses on, behind the garden center in Millwood. There's two old wood houses next to the nice
So,
big old townhouse.
just so you know, it's not revised plans.
Hi, hello. It's not realized.
No.
So far away.
Right, Chuck, you're not giving me revised plans?
I got it right here.
Oh, I asked you, you said you weren't giving me revised plans, you were just giving me more of a description. Am I wrong?
No, I'm doing what I did last time, bringing pictures. Last time I didn't bring pictures.
Okay.
This time I did.
Okay, so the plan hasn't changed from the last meeting, so.
Oh, yeah, it's a different, we have a different idea here. The plan is the same, the elevations are what's changed.
Okay.
So you have different design work?
Yeah, so just for the new folks, this is what we came with.
Okay.
And the expression was a connector between two existing buildings. And it was just a masonry, it was gonna be a stucco finish. And it was kind of brutal, you might say, but it wasn't, it was like, that's all it was, a connection between two buildings. And in it, we're housing all of the bathrooms, stairs, corridors, and it was all non-habitable. But anyway, so that didn't fly. It didn't fly very far. And so we came up with this, which was taking the same expression and making the entryway a little more pronounced, clearly showing the upstairs windows that match the hallway. The downstairs doors got bigger. We pushed the facade back a little bit, and at the entryway pushed it back even further so that people could walk on the sidewalk, get under cover and go into either a restaurant or a store at the grade level. So that we had doors on the street, which was kind of an important thing for the Millwood area design plan. They wanted people to go into the stores from the sidewalk. Then, that didn't fly, because it was, the material was still a stucco. And I'm gonna just make a comment here, strike it from the record. Half the buildings in Millwood are stucco already, but this was kind of like not the right place to put it in between two wooden buildings. So then, it came to this. People were talking about a pediment on the top, so it didn't look like a big straight, how can I say, a heavy cornice across the top. You can see I accented that opening all the way up to the top and popped it up a little bit so that it's not a straight cornice going across. And everything else below is still the big window, the porch that goes in. And I have a bigger street level. Do I have the street level? Yeah. This is just a larger version of that, so that you can see it. And then, while I was doing it, I said, wait a second, let's try one more thing. So what I did is I took this feature, or that look, and we were talking about maybe adding another little, a gable on in between the two. So there's a gable in between the two. Instead of the higher cornice, it is a kind of a duplication of the rafter tails that are coming out, and the finish on the surface, adding, if somebody wanted wood paneling or some kind of more wood and less masonry. So now the siding is all siding, and now it looks like one building instead of two buildings connected with a brutal stucco finish. Totally different switch. Now we have one building, and we're accenting the front entrance and getting rid of the real, how can I say, harsh horizontal with a little bit of a peak. And I don't know which one you like. I like either one of these. You know, I hope you like some of them.
I personally prefer this one to that.
Yeah, me too.
I do too, and I think it's certainly a step in the right direction. I drive past there all, I live on the other side of town, I've been looking at that much more carefully every morning.
Yeah, I know.
When I drive by, and one of the things I noticed is in both of these homes, and not in great shape to begin with, and I'm sure they're gonna be fixed up, which would be nice. But you've still got, the door and the porch and that the three steps that come down, that individual sense of the, like you said, the Millwood connection, the walking
to the
in,
sidewalk.
that you're gonna lose by doing the project, which it is what it is, but it's one of the more reasons to keep it trying to look residential.
Yeah.
The townhomes that are there all have that, I remember when we met with them, they originally had them on the side, and we said we wanted to have that straight, introduction to the sidewalk. And they did that.
Yeah, well.
I think the siding and,
Yeah, we've gotten rid of the masonry. And
and even
I like
the
both
slight
connected.
gesture, whether you could argue over what's the right, it's
Cause that's
You like
kind
that?
of,
more
yeah,
than
because
just
that's kind of
a
like
link
a
that's
mimicking.
trying to make you this,
Yeah.
focus is essential.
What, there was another comment from one of the board members that said, wouldn't it be nice if there was a skylight over the top? And that would be, if I had the money, if Mr. Monaco would wanna spend the money, I would carry that roof all the way to the back and have it be a skylight, sort of an atrium top. That would really be nice, but way out of character for this project.
Right.
What's this white thing over here?
Oh, that happens to be the roof hatch that's opened. It's on the roof, it's the
It's an
fire.
accurate drawing,
Yeah.
I'm kidding. That's good.
Good look, if I had the perspective, you could see what the roof is. I have all the equipment up on that flat roof. So there's nothing on the ground, none of the condensers are on the ground, and all the pipes, all the bathrooms, all the kitchens go right up through that flat roof.
What's going to be here and here, what, you said stores or?
There, yeah, on the left side, it's a retail store, that's all display. On the right side, it's a restaurant, those will be tables in there.
You don't have any tenants, it's building
Say-
in spec, right? You don't have tenants for it yet, right?
Oh, no, but it's designed, the parking and the septic and the drainage, everything is designed for a restaurant and retail.
Right, but they don't have one yet.
Do you have a gas connection?
Hey, what?
Gas connection?
Yeah, well, we know about the gas, right? There's already gas in the street, so.
No, but for a restaurant, it's something they would need to have.
Well, nowadays induction is what's really popular. Are you a chef?
No.
I actually even like the old-fashioned lettering, give it a little character.
That's 13 at Lucky 13. This
Is
plan
that
is
the
a
real
Lucky.
address? It's 13 iteration or 13
No,
is the
yeah,
address?
it's gonna be almost. I mean, we're pretty, but no, that's the address.
That is
13
the address.
Station Place.
Yeah, so
I think so too,
They changed the lights also. You asked for the lights over the signboards.
Yeah, I think it's, look, it starts to be a little jewelry, a little character, so.
Yeah. It's the opposite of plain vanilla, it's corner boards.
Yeah, it's not any more expensive, it's,
So people will
you
access
got more
these,
Yeah, I'm so sorry, do you
From,
would you
from
happen
here.
to have the floor plan?
So it's
it's
becoming,
all
it's
from-
becoming a single building. You walk into the building, there'll be a lobby, you go left to here, you go right to here. My druthers, I'd much rather have two single buildings, but it's.
Here's a better shot. If you go up, if you see where the guy is, he's standing on the entrance platform. You go straight, you're into a hallway that goes to the back, or stairway that goes up. If you stop and turn left, you go into the store.
right,
So the stores have doors, not on the sidewalk, but
Yeah, very close to
very
the
easily
entry.
accessible from sidewalk.
Yeah, no, this still looks like a connector, but it unifies both those,
Yeah.
the whole building. That's what it's supposed to do.
And it is set back and there's
And this is too cutesy, I
Yeah.
think, too cute, and
Thank
it's
you
like a
very much.
miniature,
too cute.
yeah.
I wasn't sure because
Right,
somebody,
it's great that you presented both, but I think,
No, I
we
think
would
this
lean
is a subtle
towards
gesture
this
that
one.
is successful in trying to
it's very, that's
be
kind
its
of,
own piece.
subtle is the
and-
word,
yeah.
just.
And you're right, it's not so much of a connector anymore, it's trying to unify them.
And we've picked up the wood trim at the opening. Before it was just, just sheet, it was stucco wrapping, no trims whatsoever. So we've added the trim and some shade and shadow and,
And what are these meant to literally be, signboards? or-
yeah, they're the signboards. They're the right size signboards for the first floors. And the little ones on the top are the second floor signs. There'll be offices on the second floor.
No housing, it's not gonna be housing, I thought it was housing.
No.
No?
Mike is not doing, I can't even get into the apartments, there are 2 apartments there right now. Mike doesn't want me in there until we know that there's a project. He doesn't want he doesn't want the tenants to know what's going on, and so,
So what are you looking for us? This is really design stuff because the planning board wants to hear that we're on the right track and stuff, this isn't looking for formal approval.
I'll be back. I mean, when I do more detailing, we'll look at it even more.
Alright, no, I mean, a perfect world, I'd like to see more of our group here would be nice, since it was a little bit of a contentious.
Yeah, we went to Minnesota, right?
So,
But it's,
but they're not here.
they're not here,
When
and
you're asking
it
if I'm a
addresses
chef,
a lot of the stuff
Well,
from
he's
the
gonna
first,
be
I didn't
back.
see the second time, the first time.
we went on the same trip, as our
Yeah,
next, right?
yeah, we did.
Okay, so are we, is the planning board looking for an approval or acknowledgement that this is in the right direction? So I think I'd rather not approve it since there's 4 sides to the building and also
Oh, yeah. I
multiple people on a board aren't here for a project that gathered a little attention, and you've been here a couple of times. But certainly for me, I'd be willing to tell the planning board that I think this is in the right direction and they should proceed to work with you in the spirit of this.
Yeah.
I would, you.
Yes, absolutely.
And once I know what's going on the inside, planning board will say, okay, we're gonna go to resolution. And then I'll be able to get inside, I'll start laying out the interior spaces, I'll find out what walls have to come or not come down. I'll be able to put windows in, and then we'll look at all 4 sides.
Right, all
Okay.
the elevations,
Fair
yeah.
enough.
This is just, because it's Millwood area design plan, they wanna see the street side.
I think they should, I live over there and I think that the spirit of that
Yeah.
desire is a good one.
And we have a huge landscape plan, you saw that, there's gonna be a lot of, Mike Monaco, the owner of Millwood Garden Center, is the
That's
owner.
the owner.
So he's designed, we might need an ARB for his plants, that are kind of elaborate, but anyway, so I'll bring that plan when the time comes and we'll talk about everything, okay?
Okay.
Thank you for being
Thank you
here.
for working with
Yes.
us.
Huh?
Thank you for working with
Oh,
us.
my pleasure, my pleasure.
Alright, I'll keep that.
You'll keep that one, okay? Okay. And by the way, these colors are Mike's colors. We might change them,
Okay.
and we'll talk about that too,
Yeah.
in the future. So thank you.
Just stay in the tone of residential.
Yeah, we'll keep it residential, right? Good.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you. Thank you, bye,
Good
good to
night.
see you.
Thank you,
Check.
Steve. Good night.
Sure.
Alright, so we did
Alright.
everything.
Shutting it down?
Sharon?
Okay.